Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match cast. This is TWCL Autumn 2015, Group Stage, Group D, match between me, of Agony, and Piterus of EQPL. I'm playing as the Burgundians in this first game, and he is the Sassanids, so clearly pretty big advantage for me in terms of the matchup. But let's look at the builds as soon as the game's loaded. So here we go. Time to slow-mo it up. As usual, I deployed on my left flank. That is his right, so his unshielded side. Now I have, let's see, my Royal Burgundian General with Brace. Of course, the usual 6 Burgundian Axemen and 6 Royal Lancers. I also have, well, I did change up my composition a little bit. As you can see, 5 Germanic archers and 1 Germanic bow all the way up front. Now though, for his composition, let's see, Piterus has a Persian noble general with he actually forgot to give it any abilities, so that is very unfortunate for him and could make a huge difference. Then up front he has, interestingly enough, 6 Persian holders, no Armenian slingers at all. I mean, I guess it can work, but not bringing any Armenian slingers can be a little bit risky. Anyway, Cav contingent. Well, he has Pushtigban and 2 Griff Banvar on the left. Looks like 2 Pushtigban and 1 Griff Banvar on the right. Then he has a mix of Elite Dalamite Infantry and Sogdian on the left. Looks like 2 Elite Dalamite and 1 Sogdian. The Sogdian is Bronze 1. On the right, looks like basically the same thing. Again, Sogdian is Bronze 1. And I believe that is his entire build, and indeed that is the case. So let's look at it. I would say that I have a decent skirmish advantage with my Germanic archers. I have, of course, an obvious melee advantage, and in terms of cavalry, I do think that my Royal Lancers will do very well against his cav as well. But we'll just have to wait and see how the game plays out. As you can see right now, just a lot of skirmishing going on, and I'm making some mistakes though here. I am getting my Germanic bows up, and I'm actually targeting his cavalry. I don't even care about his hurlers, as you can see here. I'm doing a lot of damage to his Griff Bombard though with Flaming Shot, as you can see here, and he's actually targeting my bows right now. He's starting to target my cav and my Burgundian Axemen too. But here I'm targeting his Pushtigbans here. Just wow, look at this Griff Bombard down to 50. Look at this Pushtigban down to 52. And taking a lot of damage down to 48. This one is taking a lot of damage indeed. So as you can see, sometimes it's better just not to take the skirmish engagement at all and just focus on the enemy cavalry and infantry, I guess. But I'm just really afraid of his cavalry, which is why I'm targeting it right now. I think this is an okay choice for me to do, instead of just duking it out with his skirmishers. Because I have superior range. Theoretically, I could also kite if I wanted to. But here, I don't know what this Germanic bow is doing, however, it came back. Now I'm targeting another cav unit. This one's down to 59, this one's down to 47, so lost a lot. This one down to 43. So, definitely doing a pretty good job here, I would say, against his cavalry. I need to start pulling back my units though, because they are going to start taking some damage. As you can see, some of the axemen getting hit. Here, I'm just doing a lot of damage to his cavalry. His Pushtigban getting shot here. Pushtigban don't take as much damage as Griff Bombard though, so I probably should just be targeting the Griff Bombard instead, because they're just going to get destroyed once the skirmish fight ends. So as you can see here, he actually killed my archers, which is very annoying for me, but in doing so, he used all of the ammo on his Persian hurlers, basically. These ones, literally out of ammo. These ones have some ammo left, and this one actually does have a decent amount, but he wasted all his ammo trying to kill a lot of my archers, and he did not. Whereas I'm targeting a lot of the Pushtigbans here. This Pushtigban down to 45 and still going to drop, as you can see, to Flaming Shot. This is very important, and I'm even hitting some of his Elite Dalamites too. Here again, targeting the Pushtigban. I'm basically kind of forcing him to attack with his army, because he's going to be out of ammo soon. I still have some ammo left. So I'm targeting him again. I'm also going to use precision shot. He's still taking a lot of damage. Let's fast forward a little bit because as you can see nothing is really going on. I'm going to continue pulling back. Actually lost some of the Royal Lancers though, so this is pretty bad for me, and I think he's still focusing them. But I've killed a lot more of his cav than he has killed of mine, so I'm definitely very okay with this trade for sure. He kind of has me outflanked though, so I'm kind of worried about that, but that's the only thing I'm worried about. As you can see here, destroying his cavalry with my Griffon. Though here he's gonna pull off a nice move with the Persian hurlers. I'm gonna try and get a charge off into them, but ooh, this is massive. This is very important. These elite Daylamites throwing their jabs off into my Royal Lancer. Only killed 2, but still some very decent kills. And they actually routed off my archers and hurlers. Here I'm gonna get my axemen into the fight, so these axemen are just going to rout off his Persian hurlers very quickly. And I would have expected him to move up his cavalry immediately after he did that and charge into my axes, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the case. Here I'm going to be able to engage the Scriff Bombar with my Royal Lancer, good engagement for me. Here I'm doing some weird things, I'm not actually killing off his units. He's going to get a decent charge off into this Burgundian Axeman though, it's a rear charge with the Peshtigman. Here though, this is a good engagement for me, Royal Lancers killing off this Peshtigman. As you can see, the initial damage was so huge due to all my units that it just... Ooh, here I'm gonna miss the cav charge though. So this is really bad for me. The fact that I missed this cav charge is just awful. However, he's starting to fight here without infantry support, and I'm doing very well in the center. So I'm going to disengage my Royal Lancers, even my general here. Axeman here destroying his elite Daylamites. Axeman here destroying his cav. This unit is holding. My right flank is holding for now, but it's not looking great. I'm going to pull out my cav out of here as my Burgundian Axeman just destroyed his cavalry here. And he didn't get the best charge off into my axes either, but this cav unit is just dying very quickly as it's pulling out, as you can see here, down to 50. My left flank, as you can see, is just done very well for me. And now I'm just going to charge into his general and hope I can take him out. Then I'm going to disengage this cav unit out and going to hopefully try and support my Burgundian Axemen. These axes here just still trading very well despite the fact that they are outnumbered. But as you can see here, this is not looking too good for me, the center, but I've got a lot of Royal Lancers in. I've got Burgundian Axemen still coming in here. I've got my general, and this Royal Lancer should just be able to do well enough. I'm gonna go and try and get my Burgundian Axeman and this Royal Lancer into this Persian noble. I'm pulling out with my Royal Burgundian General, trying to make sure this Royal Lancer engages his Griff Bombar. But my right not looking great, as you can see, the Burgundian Axeman not doing great. However, his General is in a lot of trouble. I managed to pull out my Royal Lancers, so this is good for me. I get into his Griff Bombars here, and I'm doing very well against them. My General is still alive and well, up to 53 men. Some of the axes are coming back, so that's going to be very annoying for him. I'm going to be able to do some nice rear charges with these Royal Lancers as well. That's going to do a lot to damage his units. His general is still not dead yet. It's a Persian noble, which, I mean, if he brought a Sovereign Sardar, by now it would definitely be dead. I still have some axemen I can send around. This Royal Lancer just doing so well, it routed off that hurler and the Griff Bombar. It's still alive, but it does rout in the end. Here I am trying to kill his general. It's down to 25 men, and soon, as you can see, it's wavering, and it's soon going to rout if I continue it like this. I've got Burgundian Axemen here, though. Some charging into the rear as well, and as you can see, his Persian noble is dropping very quickly in morale, and units around are wavering and routing, but the general does not want to rout. He's broken through here, but I'm gonna get a nice axe charge into all these units, though. These guys are gonna get some kills before they die, and they're definitely gonna die against all these units, but doing so well here for themselves, actually. And now his general is soon going to die. It's down to 20. Basically, it is game right now. I'm getting my axemen. Well, looks like they're routing here, but his general is soon going to die. It's such a tanky general, though. Persian noble. And he's going to rear charge me with his Griff Bombard, but it's not going to matter too much because I'm going to rear charge his gen with the Royal Lancer, and that should be the end of his general. But still, very, very close game, though. If I didn't get his gen at this point... Okay, so I am getting his gen off the field here. It's basically done, and yeah, now I'm going to be able to pull out my cav. This is a very, very close game, as you can see here. I'm pulling out my cav, I've got my general here, I'm going to start sending him in, and I'm going for some cav charges. And Pyrrhic victory. Very, very close game, despite how well it started for me, I should say. Because I messed up with some of my Royal Lancers, and on my right flank in particular, I really messed up. His elite Elamites did really well though, and his Persian hurlers got a lot of kills. Yes, on archers, so not the best, but still. That's game 1, so I shall see you in game 2. This is game 2. I'm playing as the Huns, and Piterus is the Jutes, so let's see how this one's gonna play out. Huns versus Jutes. Pretty balanced matchup. Let's see though. Going to put it in slow motion. I have my Step Chieftain, bronze 1, with brace as usual, supported by 2 Step Cataphracts, bronze 1. On the left, 2 Noble Step Cataphracts, 1 bronze 1. On the right, 2 Noble Step Cataphracts, 1 bronze 1 again. Then I have, again, 1 Step Mounted Bow on each flank. It's skirmish cav, so it's not counted towards the cav max. Well, but you can still only bring max 2, which is why I brought 2. I have 5 Step Bows in loose formation up front. Then I have, right behind those, 6 War Warriors. Now for Piterus, who is the Jutes, he has the Viking Captain General with no ability again, so it seems like he forgot a second time in a row to get an ability for his General. And then he has, let's see, 6 Nordic Horse Lords. And up front we see this Nordic Brigade. We do have some hurlers on the field, looks like 4 hurlers and 2 Nordic bows. Then we see a lot of these Huskarls, looks like 6 Huskarls. Definitely a very good choice to bring 6 Huskarls, because the Huskarls are just the most cost-effective infantry unit in the game in a blob. Because if they fight in the open, units such as, say, the Nordic Axe Warriors will actually do a lot of damage to the Huskarl in the open, so you may not want to do that. What you want to do though is you want your Huskarl to fight in a blob. That's what you want to do normally against other shock infantry, and then they're going to trade very, very well. However, let's go ahead and see how this plays out. As you can see here, I've got some of my step-mounted bows around. This unit cannot go around, however. I'm repositioning my entire forces here. Nice flaming shot off into the Horse Lords, and then I'm pulling back, rapid advancing out of there, because I don't want my cav to get caught. That's the thing about step-mounted bows, they have rapid advance, which is very, very nice. I'm also getting shot a little bit, but didn't lose a single man, so I guess it's okay for me. I'm going to continue repositioning, and I'm sending the step-mounted bow around him again and again. This time I guess I kind of got shot, but I shoot him again, shoot the Nordic Horse Lords, and I get some shots off onto the Nordic hurlers, but that's not what I want to do. I need to be just killing his Horse Lords, essentially. Sending this unit around, as you can see, it's being fairly annoying with it, but here, he's making a mistake here, I think. So my step bows here will trade very well against all his units, all these hurlers, but this is something that I find very annoying. His Nordic Brigade here pushed away my step bows and did a lot of damage. But here is where the trade's going very well for me. These step bows absolutely destroying the hurlers. And now I'm gonna start focus firing on his hurlers as well. These 2 units shall just target this single hurler. Now I'm sending my step-mounted bows around, but here's the thing, even if the step-mounted bows here don't get to actually do any damage, you can see that this Nordic bow is not part of the skirmish fight, so basically that's still a good trade for me. Same here, the Hunnic mounted bow. It's actually not keeping off this Nordic bow, so that's not great for me. But still, the skirmish engagement going on here. As you can see, I can't actually annoy his Nordic bow here, but I'm destroying these hurlers. I should stop firing at them though, because I've wasted a lot of ammo. Here, free cav charge with my general into the Nordic Brigade, because there's nothing here basically. So this unit's just going to rout off the field. Now I'm going to do flaming shot into his horse lords, because his hurtlers are essentially out of ammo. This Nordic bow though still on the field. Now I'm pulling back my Step Chieftain after destroying the Nordic Brigade. It was a very easy job for him. He didn't lose a single man for that. Just the charge alone destroyed the Nordic Brigade, really. There was no need for any follow-up at all. So yeah, let's see, what can I do here? So I get a step-mounted bow here into his Nordic bows. That was just literally amazing. That was just the best. Well, sarcasm aside, it was pretty effective to get rid of that Nordic bow. I barely lost anything, and I actually killed a lot of the Nordic bow. Here though, I'm going to end up going a little bit too far actually with my cavalry. This is not the engagement that I need to take. But, oh well. I got the Noble Step Cataphracts into Horse Lords, killed quite a decent chunk of them. Now I'm going in with the Urs, and I'm sending in all my Urs on this flank. I'm gonna get a charge off into Horse Lords, sending Step Mounted Bows around. This Nordic bow is just very annoying for me because I can't get the proper charges off. Very nice cav charge into my Urs though with this Horse Lord. Very well done there by Piterus. He's crushing through that orb, but I've got extra cav, so now I'm gonna get into this Huskarl. Here my general is kind of in the fight. I have to pull him out, and I stop that unit with the Step Cataphract. But I'm gonna get my general to rear charge these Huskarls. This Step Mounted Bow killed quite a few of these Huskarls. Very nicely done. Noble Step Cataphract here with war support. It's going to kill the Horse Lords. I've got 2 units out of position though, 2 of my Cataphracts, and he's actually sending his cavalry quicker than I am. Though here I'm not actually countercharging, so this is a massive mistake by me. Ooh, this is massive. I did not get a countercharge. That is very important and a huge mistake by me. However, I have broken through on my left flank. I've got the Step Mounted Bow to kill off that Huskarl, pretty effective. And I've got my general out of the fight here, safe and sound. Now I'm getting more of my cav in here. This Huskarl destroyed a Noble Step Cataphract though, but I'm still pushing through here. Still got more Noble Step Cataphracts that I can send in. Looks like I'm gonna get a really nice cav charge off into these Huskarls. They're gonna go down. And then I guess I'm just going to pull out and try and get his Horse Lords. Going to rear charge these guys, so bye-bye Horse Lords. However, he's going to get into my Urs here. No, he is not getting the charge. But these Huskarls are now going to get charged in the flank by Step Cataphracts. And even Step Cataphracts are going to drop these Huskarls very quickly after the charge. As you can see, they're dropping very quickly. Here, my Noble Step Cataphracts are going to rout off these Huskarls. I've still got my Gen alive. These engagements here, as you can see, the Horse Lords did very well against the Noble Step Cataphracts because I didn't get the charge off with the Noble Step Cataphracts. Here, though, he just does not seem to have enough units to compete with what I have left, I think. I've got this ore here that is just going to disengage because I don't want to get charged by all these units. I'm just going to go into these Huskarls and try to delay these 2 units from fighting here as long as possible. Now I'm gonna get my cav into this Huskarl unit, and it's just going to drop it significantly. Also getting into the Viking captain and killing this Huskarl with the War Warrior here as well. Still got some cav left, and I mean, he has these 2 units chasing against my step bow for whatever reason. I mean, that step bow has really paid for itself because it made these 2 units not fight, essentially. So now I'm gonna get a real nice cav charge off with my general into the Viking captain, going to drop it quickly. He gets a decent one into this ore, but at this point I just have a lot more units left. I'm going to end up stopping this Horse Lord with the Step Cataphract, and I'm gonna engage another Step Cataphract in the Horse Lord, so I'm stopping these units fairly well. Going forward with my Step Bows to stop his Huskarls as well. I don't want him to do anything here. Now the Viking captain is going to get surrounded, and it's routed off the field. Now these Huskarls are going to be next here. And his general is dead. Oh, these units kind of, the cav units here, kind of teleported. Whoa, what they're doing, you see how they're just chilling, just hovering over the ground without doing anything. That's pretty weird what those units were doing. But here, this is going to be the final charge into the Horse Lords, and it routs the Horse Lords, and that is game. Let's look at the stats. My cav in general did quite fine, but I missed a decent chunk of charges. However, the war support was there for me, and the step mounted bows, they were essential in killing off his Huskarls. That was very important for me. Step bows did fairly nicely too, but anyway, that is game and match, so hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.